Well, I'm going to arrest someone for not following police orders when we're asking her to
I'm
step
asking
back.
you what
It
the
seems
order.
very simple.
I don't understand your order.
I not stand behind us, okay?
You didn't ask me to not stand behind you.
Okay, listen, I'm not going to explain myself to you. What you're going to do is you're going to end up going to jail. I'm trying to give you a warning. Okay?
I'm going to back up.
You know what? You're going to go to jail. That's just not right.
Hello, and welcome back to Legal Dissent, where we evaluate your constitutional rights before they're taken away. As always, we absolutely love the community that is supporting us so much. Over 100 subscribers in 2 weeks is simply amazing. We enjoy making these videos a ton, and we want to keep on going. But to do that, we need you to subscribe so you can stay up to date with your constitutional rights. It's absolutely free and takes less than 2 seconds to hit that button. Today, we evaluate 2 videos that were submitted by a subscriber and took place almost 10 years ago. This video will cover the topics of filming police in public, on your own property, what actions could be considered interfering with police activity, and what constitutes police harassment when officers target individuals who have exercised their rights. On May 12, 2011, in Rochester, New York, a driver was pulled over and searched by police officers in front of Emily Good's property. Miss Good pulled out her camera and began recording.
You guys need something?
This is my front yard. I'm just recording what you're doing. It's my right.
Actually, not from the sidewalk.
This is my yard.
I don't feel safe with you standing behind me, somebody asking you to go in your house.
First, is it legal to film officers conducting police activity? Yes. In ACLU versus Alvarez, a 7th Circuit Court of Appeals case that was denied cert by the United States Supreme Court, held that police officers performing their duties in public places lack any reasonable expectation of privacy, and therefore filming and audio recording police in public is an activity protected by the First Amendment to the United States Constitution. Don't take my word for it. How about the word of Police Chief James Shepard, who was the police chief of the law enforcement agency that is featured in this video. He told Inside Edition that it is perfectly legal to videotape officers in public as long as you do not interfere. Find the link to his interview in the description below.
You understand? I don't feel safe you standing behind me. You seem to be very anti-police, so I don't feel safe you standing behind me. You mind standing in the house.
Being anti-police is considered a political opinion or point of view. Therefore, it would be considered political speech and the most protected form of speech in our society. This is not something a police officer can use in determining if he should detain someone at all unless it presents a clear and present danger to the police officer himself, as determined in Houston versus Hill by the United States Supreme Court in 1987.
I'm going to stand in my yard if that's okay.
Due to what you said to me before you started taping, I think you need to stay in your house, guys.
What did I say to you that offended you?
I'm behind us officers when we're doing a traffic stop.
I'm allowed to stand in my yard.
Go stand in your house.
I'm allowed to stand in my yard. I'm going to stay in my...
I'm going to ask you one more time. We don't feel safe with you standing right behind us when we're doing a traffic stop. I'm going to ask you to go into the house.
What?
No?
Yes. It's my right to be in my yard, and I'm sorry that you don't feel safe. All I have is a camera. I'm clearly wearing nothing. I have no weapons.
That does not matter. You're not listening to our orders right now. We don't feel safe with you standing behind us. You're not moving even a foot further back. You're going to be. Do
you want me to move a foot further back?
You're going to be under arrest. I already warned you.
I will move a foot further back. I'm not going to go inside my house. I feel like I need the fresh air right now.
Well, I'm going to arrest someone for not following police orders when we're asking her to step
back. I'm asking you what the order.
Very simple.
I don't understand your order.
You to not stand behind us, okay?
You didn't ask me to not stand behind you.
Okay, listen, I'm not going to explain myself to you. What you're going to do is you're going to end up going to jail. I'm trying to give you a warning. Okay?
I'm going to back up.
You know what? You're going to go to jail. That's just not right.
Where's it called?
No. Stay right here.
I'm sorry. I'm asking them I'm observing what they're doing and they're arresting me. I don't understand what's going on. I did nothing.
I'm not doing anything.
I know you didn't. I'm a witness.
Unreal.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
When does officer safety come into play in determining interference with police activity, especially when an individual is conducting a legal activity on their own property? Officer safety is a paramount concern to the courts, rightfully so. However, officer safety does not override your constitutional rights. The arrest was for a failure to obey a lawful order by a police officer. That law is found in Title VII, Article 23, Section 1102, Obedience to Police Officers. No person shall fail or refuse to comply with any lawful order. This statute is generally used to enforce traffic violations. This statute relies on the government proving three elements. First, the person making the order is a police officer or a flag person, basically someone who has the power to regulate traffic. Second, the violator failed or refused to comply with an order by that police officer. And finally, that the order was actually a lawful order. So the officer in this instance was clearly an officer. Although the video is really dark and all you can see is a flashlight shining in your eyes, you can tell he's a uniformed officer and in a marked car. Element 1 passed. Next, did Miss Good fail or refuse to comply with an order? Well, the officer did ask her to step back and to go back inside her house. She didn't do either, so yes, she technically failed the order. The last element, however, is what it hinges upon, and it evaluates what is a lawful order. A New York court in 1973 held that the touchstone of lawfulness in situations such as these is reasonableness. Reasonableness standards are almost always left to the discretion of a jury. However, there's a lot of jurisprudence about the freedom you contain on your own property, and it would be highly unlikely that any court would conclude that the officer's demands that she go inside her home and leave her front yard, in this case, was a lawful order. It's also very strange the police officer did not see the man who was now holding the camera as a threat to them, even though he's standing about the same distance away and conducting the exact same activities as Miss Good. Next is a video which is a continuation of this case. Real quick backstory. Supporters of Miss Good gathered to discuss how to help her case, and the police showed up in force to the street that the supporters parked on and began enforcing parking tickets.
525.
W80, W94, W74.
Deal.
12 inches from the curb. You have a ruler? Because I don't think this is 12. Can I see it? Can I see the ruler? Okay, that's 12 inches from the curb. Oh, about a half inch. Yeah, I guess it's about a... Oh, really? You had civilian complaints?
You don't think this is going out?
Regarding the parking being further than 12 inches from the curb?
Ma'am, could you make sure you get that one, please?
Law that's suddenly being enforced. Yeah, the video has gone viral. It's 5:30. This is... Oh, this red car is getting a ticket too? Oh, this was the 12 and a half inches, right? I'm sorry you guys are this upset about what one of your officers did, that you have to behave this way.
Police retaliation is tough to prove, especially when they're technically enforcing laws that are being violated. In this case, the cars were more than 12 inches from the curb, therefore violating a local municipal ordinance. Is it right? No. You would have to fight this type of action on the allegation that it is chilling First Amendment rights and essentially intimidating citizens into keeping silent to avoid police interaction. The chilling of First Amendment rights is a very long conversation for another video. What do you think? Do you believe Miss Good should have went back inside? Do you think the police officers were right to enforce those ticky-tack parking violations? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date with your constitutional rights, and we'll see you next time right here on Legal Dissent.